Unit 9, page 77. Read. Exercise 3. Read and listen to the text.
A tiny step to save the environment. In 1997, American university professor Jay Schaefer did something most people would find unimaginable. He moved into a home that was smaller than 9 square meters. 9 square meters is not much space. Many flats contain one room that is larger than 9 square meters, but Professor Schaefer was undaunted by the thought of getting rid of many of his personal belongings so that he could live full-time in such a small home. He packed up the clothes that he never wore and the books that he never read and gave them to friends or donated them to charity. Once he had downsized, he moved into his first tiny home, which he called Tumbleweed. 1. What is a tiny home like? A house is classified as a tiny home if its living space is less than 13 square meters. Some tiny homes are as small as 6 square meters. Although they are small, they are made of quality materials. They can withstand freezing temperatures and strong storms. In addition to this durable construction, another important characteristic of a tiny home is that it's portable. Constructed on wheels, they may be pulled behind a van or powerful car. Because of their portability, owners of tiny homes often move them to different locations. Professor Schaefer has lived in the middle of an apple orchard, beside a lake in the mountains, and in the redwood forest of California. 2. What is the incentive to live in a tiny house? People choose to live in tiny houses for a variety of reasons, not least because they are much cheaper and more economical to run. Primarily, the owners share certain beliefs, namely a concern for the environment and a desire to reduce consumption of material goods. Professor Schaefer recalls growing up in his parents' huge home, annoyed by the exorbitant heating and cooling bills. A tiny home can be heated for an entire winter in a snowy climate for less than £70. This also includes the cost of heating water for showers and washing up. Tiny home residents also save money because they are unable to store much in their homes. Due to space limitations, they cannot buy something unless they truly need it. This decreased spending reduces the number of unnecessary purchases, leading to less waste. 3. Where are the appliances in a tiny house? Although a tiny house has limited space, it still contains modern conveniences, such as a fridge, a range or a toaster oven. A portable TV fits neatly in a cupboard next to a laptop computer. Electricity is supplied in a variety of ways. Some owners use solar panels, while others' electricity needs are met by wind-powered generators. The tiny house can be connected to a public water source via a tube. 4. How can more than one person fit in a tiny house? There are tiny houses which are home to married couples. The living room can hold 2 comfortable chairs, and the bedroom, located in a loft, is accessible only by a ladder. Although it's not possible to stand in the bedroom, 2 people can sleep comfortably in it. It is also possible to entertain in a tiny house. Professor Schaefer has a fold-up table that holds place settings for 4 people, although the plates must be quite small. Some tiny homes have fold-out benches so that as many as 6 guests can be accommodated, although it is quite difficult to move around.